Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Good morning.
Nice to be here.
Thank you for joining me for today's workplace health and safety meeting. Today's date is the 3rd of September 2025 and we are starting around 11:30 a.m. The attendees present today are myself, a fitness instructor, and I'm joined with Natasha, the gym manager, and Cyril, another fitness instructor. So for today's meeting, we'll be covering the basics of health and safety regulation as per the 2011 Australian Health and Safety Act, which are in place to protect clients as well as protect the gym against legal liabilities. So to start off, we'll talk about why risk management is essential in our facility. We'll then go on into talking about the hazards that I've identified in the gym and their risk ratings. We'll then go on to talk about the control measures we need to put in place to limit the risks of these hazards. And we'll then talk about how we review and review these controls. I'll also be talking about a medical emergency that occurred in October 2002 in our facility, and I'll finish with the recent results of my stress and fatigue monitoring form and the actions to manage them. So let's start off by talking about why it's essential to manage risk in our facility. So proper risk management ensures the safety of staff, clients, and visitors. It's not just good practice, it's also a requirement under the Australian Work Health and Safety Act of 2011. So compliance with this legislation helps prevent injuries and legal liability and ensures we maintain a safe environment for everyone. So I've been recently reviewing the hazards in our gym and I've identified 3 main ones. The first one being the faulty Stairmaster machine with the display screen that doesn't work, and this is a high risk hazard which needs to be sorted out as soon as possible. There's then a damaged cable attachment and also loose dumbbells on the floor. So to control these measures, the faulty Stairmaster machine needs to have a sign that says that it's out of service, and it needs to be scheduled for repair, and until then it can't be in use. For the loose dumbbells, I think that there needs to be a staff that is constantly going around the gym floor to make sure that the dumbbells are put away to reduce risk of anyone tripping and hurting themselves. And for the damaged cable attachment, it needs to be removed and replaced with a new one as soon as possible. So to ensure that these controls are effective, we will conduct weekly safety inspections and update the risk register whenever new hazards arrive. This ensures ongoing compliance and continuous improvement. I'd then like to talk about what happened in October 2002. A client fainted in the weight room and hit their head on the floor. As a result, I filled an incident report form which was completed and submitted to management on the same day with the physical form itself. This was to ensure proper documentation and follow-up, and we've since reviewed emergency procedures with all staff. To finish off, I'd like to talk about my results from my stress and fatigue monitoring form, which indicated that I showed some mild signs of stress. To manage this, I propose taking scheduled breaks, reviewing workload distribution, and using available support resources so that I avoid burnout. So to summarize, today we discussed the importance of risk management. We reviewed hazards that I identified, as well as their control measures. In terms of the implementation of these control measures, the Stairmaster should be replaced by the end of the month. The rope attachment must be get rid of as soon as possible and replaced by the end of the week, and the new measures to make sure the dumbbells are correctly installed should be done also by the end of the week. So our next step is to implement control measures, review them weekly and continue to update the risk register. So that's all that I wanted to talk about today. So thank you for attending, and this concludes our workplace health and safety meeting.
Thank you very much. Very interesting.